Hello, everyone. I just want to say good day to you, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, evening, noon, night. Good day to you, and welcome to my channel. So, today I'm going to be sharing with you a testimony of how God delivered me from a condition which I suffered with for many years. I had a bad experience in high school, and that stayed with me right into my adult years. And it was only a couple of years ago that I got delivered from it. So I'm going to be reading this to you. So it's entitled Overcoming Birthday Anxiety, a Personal Testimony. This morning, as I did some housework, the Lord dropped something into my spirit. He reminded me that my birthday was 4 days away and I was not in a state of anxiety. This may sound strange to you, as you are probably wondering, who gets anxious at the approach of a birthday? Well, I am guilty, or at least I used to be guilty. It all started years ago in my first year at Hampton School, St. Elizabeth in Jamaica. There I was, a tiny girl, a wee lass, merely 4 feet 11 inches and weighing 83 pounds. It was my birthday, November 8th, and I was standing in line for supper. I was a tiny first former, and in front of me was a much bigger and younger second former. I excitedly shared my good news with her. It was my birthday, she asked. How old are you? 13, I responded. She looked at me with disdain, turned up her nose, and said, Lad, missus, you only in Jamaica, sorry, that is what we would say in Jamaica, but in standard English, that would be translated, Oh Lord, girl, you are so old. My heart sank. My face fell. I wished the earth would open up and swallow me. I felt such shame and rejection. I wanted to curl up into a little ball and die, never to be seen again. I decided there and then that that this would never happen to me again. I decided that from henceforth, my birthday would be top secret. Nobody else would get a chance to hurt me again. I was wounded and ignorant of how to process hurt and shame that enveloped me. I internalized the evidence, realizing that my being so old, according to that student, was in no way to be ashamed. Truth be told, I share a distinct genetic trait which causes all my family members to look years younger than our actual age, called the Peter gene. It was and is still a plus, but I was oblivious. Sorry, but I was blind to the oblivious. Sorry. But I was blind to the obvious. Sorry. So the wound festered, leading to much anxiety and stress each ensuing year as my birthday approached. I anticipate the day with dread, and for many years during the ensuing 6 years of high school, I would always be sick on the day and be absent from classes or other activities. The trend continued well into my adult years, where I would go into hiding by taking the day off from work if my birthday fell during the work week. I would endure the day wishing that it would end and allow me to get on with my life. I was bound by fear and anxiety caused by a word spoken over me by someone who to this day remains clueless as to the devastating and harmful effects that her words had caused. My reaction to her careless words belied the myth in the words, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never harm me. Nothing could be further from the truth. As an adult, years after the experience, I was still suffering from the trauma from the incident and realized that it had to be dealt with, but did not know how to get the help that I needed. Thankfully, I was exposed to teachings at church, and other related fora that afforded me the opportunity to look at the matter from a spiritual perspective. I realized that I had accepted the negative words spoken over me and had allowed myself to become a prisoner of fear. I was being held captive by chains and needed to be delivered from this bondage. Through study, meditation, and application of the Word of God regarding who I am have made all the difference in my life. I have come to the understanding that the truth regarding my worth and my identity reside in who God says I am. What anyone else thinks is merely a matter of opinion, which I have no control over. What I can tro- what I can control is to accept who God says I am and to walk in that truth. In that regard, I have rejected the words spoken over me at age 13. I have accepted what God says about me. And these are some of the verses that I used in my process of overcoming. One, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and that's from Psalm 139 and verse 14. Two, I am the apple of his eye. That is from Psalm 17 and verse 14. Three, I am flourishing like a palm tree, staying fresh and green and productive even in old age. And that's from Psalm 92 verses 12 to 15. By declaring these and other scriptural truths over my life and rejecting the lies of the enemy, I have overcome. And in the last few years, have reached a place of rest and peace, free from the anxieties of the past. I can now openly talk about and anticipate my birthday like I'm doing now because my birthday is Friday. In fact, I was a little disappointed that the usual housekeeping matters relating to the celebration of birthdays and anniversaries for the month was not done in church yesterday, well, on Sunday, as is usually done on the first Sundays of the month. Thankfully, my church brother and mentor stepped up to the plate and prayed over me after the service. The lies of the enemy no longer have a hold on me. I have been set free and my mind has been renewed by the word of God, according to Romans 12, verse 2. So I hope this testimony has been a blessing to someone. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony, according to Revelations 12 and verse 11. There is purpose in our pain, and God causes all things to work together for good for those who love Him. And that's from Romans 8 and verse 28. Do not be silenced by the enemy. When we go through negative experiences, he often isolates us and lets us think that we are all alone and that no one else is having the same issue. The truth is, there is nothing new under the sun, according to Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9. We all have common experiences. And so be assured that whatever issue you're facing now, it is being faced by others who, like you, have chosen to keep silent or has been faced by others in the past and will be faced by others in the future. There is value in sharing your testimony. It is important for your healing and it can save your life or the life of another. Do not keep it to yourself. So, what is your testimony? What is your story? What do you have to share? Share it now. Begin your journey to wholeness by leaving your thoughts and comments in the comment sections. Let's talk. God bless you. I hope that this testimony has encouraged you.